People ask me what did I fear most during the days in the police, and I'm sure my answer would actually surprise many folk, because the one thing I didn't fear is a criminal or a terrorist. Them we could deal with. That's not a problem. But what we found also was a lot of suicides. In other words, somebody would jump from a building or would jump from a cliff or whatever, and then the body is discovered. The police, of course, are called. And it's unnatural death, so obviously there has to be an investigation. And of course, the family has to be informed as well, which is another story which we didn't like doing. And quite a few of these unfortunates were gay people, gay men. And then they would have found out they got AIDS, which in those days, in the late 80s, was almost like a death sentence. Nobody really thought they would be able to live longer. And in South Africa, being gay in those days was a social stigma. It still is, I would say. And it was also against the law. So these people were arrested. And many of them were fine gentlemen. They educated people and they took a way out, which they took. The problem here is we were mostly working without gloves, rubber gloves, latex gloves. And so you would pick up a body and you would help the guys to get it to the mortuary. And then you are covered with blood, of course, which you wash off as best as you could. And then comes the report this guy actually committed suicide because of being gay and having AIDS or HIV positive. And so you're wondering if you're going to get HIV positive and AIDS as well. So that I really feared because my lifestyle would not allow for that type of thing to happen easily to me simply because I'm not gay and I do not sleep around at all outside of marriage. So, you see what I mean? So, yeah, that was one of my great fears.